what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Welcome to our website. We got loads of news and gossip for you today. But first, here's a new song.
Donna, what'd you call me here for?
I just want you to tell me why. You know, what's wrong? What did I do wrong? Just tell me why.
I thought you wanted me. So why the hell you set me free? Just walk away. Tell me what I did wrong. I wanna know now what you got to say. And baby, who got your ear? Talk about me to you today. See, I've got to cry too, but I never let it scare me no way. Tell me why, listening to the lies about the one you love. You know they don't wanna see us together. Tell me
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome to another Friday. I gotta tell you, I'm a little upset. The year is already flying by.
I know.
I gotta go Christmas shopping.
It's almost July.
Yeah, and all the sales are coming out.
Do you know
Christmas?
Amazon Prime Day? Only $11 billion.
$11 billion.
$11 billion in 2 days, and they're down like 41% from their Prime Day in the fall. Apparently people aren't buying what they used to buy. $11 billion.
Well, there was no money. Now there's money.
Now there's less. Apparently now there's less money.
No, there's plenty of money. Nobody has to work. Nobody has to work. There's so much money. Everybody is living whatever. I want to congratulate the president and the bipartisan Congress that $1.2 trillion will be pumped into the pothole in front of my house that's been there for a year and a half. They now have money to bring in asphalt.
Oh, there you have it. Happy Friday to you. What a fun week. It's been a busy week.
It has
been. House.
It has been very interesting. I don't know what he's doing back there, but he's out there making a drink. It's like a career back there.
It's slick.
All I hear is...
It's a slicker Gene.
It's psycho is what it is.
We have a new segment, Wayne. Gene's gonna ask Slick, what would Gene say? And Slick goes, Gene, what do you think about this? And Gene's gonna turn around and go, whatever you say.
Oh, is that what's going on here? You're making it look pretend?
Not for you this morning.
I'll wait till you get your drink. This looks a little frothy. I got one.
Thank you. I don't know what is that?
I don't know what happened. That is when you're actually bleeding for gubba, that is gubba coconut with coconut mix.
Wow.
And
Not for you. This is a diabetes in a jar, so just not for you.
Not for you.
This is the fifth and final day of our anniversary celebration.
Celebration. We keep going though. Happy 5 years to you, my friend.
This is what they gave us. And what's the name of the cake, people?
J&D Cakes. We have our Friday celebration cake because, you know, Wayne, we can't have a celebration without you. So we had a second cake made. So today we get to cut into our cake from J&D, who've done our cake every year.
Yes.
And we actually want to introduce you to them. They had an incredible, thriving business. It got bigger and bigger. COVID hit like everything else, and now they're more intimate, and we're out here to help produce and pump it up and get their word back out. They do spectacular work.
And do you remember the last time we did a show from there?
You know who was there?
Who is the host with the kids?
Jackie Birch. You remember that?
I do.
They loved your hair.
My hair? Oh, yes. Is this on?
You remember?
I remember my little girl. I'll never forget her. I saw it on my memories that popped up, and she looks at me and she goes, I said, are you going to be a TV host? She goes, I'm not in California.
They loved you. So we've got in-house, we've got one of our OG interns graduated now with a degree in multimedia studies from Lynn. The OG Jackie Birch is with us, and Wayne Henry. We've got new friends with us. We've got Lucky joining us, and her beautiful daughter. Is she Gia or Gabby?
Gia.
Gia, okay.
It's the artist known as Gia.
The artist, otherwise known
And
as
Gia's going to do a show for the Kids Network. It's called My Side Hustle.
Oh, I like that.
Wait till you hear this story.
Yeah.
Wait till you hear her story. We're going to get to that in a second. Also, I want to make an announcement that Jackie Birch will be hosting her own show on the radio Tuesdays at 7 o'clock. Now, that may move around, but right now it's going to be Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
I'm back, baby.
She comes back in and she said, and they asked her, Lucky asked her, what do you want to do with your life when you grow up? She said, I want to have my own show. Remember that?
I do.
That's how we met you.
Listen, nothing's changed. Just the seasons and the reasons.
Nothing has changed.
So we asked her, we said, Jackie, what did you? She goes, huh? And Val goes, oh, another one? I said, yes, another one just like you. Huh?
That's Valerie's Cracker Barrels. That's Slick in the back. I don't know if you met them in these characters before.
I just met them. I know him, and I know the other one from, I used to do producing with them on the radio show and
You remember
everything.
Giovanni?
Yeah, yeah.
He's another one that
He
showed up
just came
last
back
week.
last week.
Oh, how funny.
It's like they all come home.
So how,
It's the full moon, guys.
how come you don't have a nickname? Everybody else got a nickname.
I have 2 first names, Jackie,
Yes.
Jackie Birch.
She's Jackie Birch.
Oh.
That's
She's
her
so good, we
nickname.
had to name it twice.
Okay.
But if
In
there
the-
were 2 of me, we'd be in trouble.
That is true.
In the day, we didn't do the nicknames.
I
Because
see.
now that I've gotten older, we need the nicknames. Because I forget. I don't even know her name.
Huh.
Huh?
Her name. Anyway, happy Friday, everyone. It is Dignity Friday. I'm hoping we have this piece come in from Dignity when the crew went out last week to the Neptune Reef. It was incredible. We remixed them in, Wayne, so we got to talk to them while they were there.
Yeah, I saw a bit of that. Yeah. That's
So that
great.
was really cool. So as soon as that video comes over, we're going to play that. You've got some, I don't want to say specials, but some specials. And breaking news, I completed my plan this morning with Wayne Henry.
When you say completed, what did you complete?
I was missing 2 elements. I was missing my marker and I was missing my liner.
I saw that they put a little white stone and it said Dawn on there.
Dawn was here. Pretty much, no. Wayne
You
sat
haven't
down.
even gone to visit this, right? Okay, road trip.
Well, we want to do that too. We can go on site and do the drone, show the park.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Road trip time.
Beautiful park.
We will
West
do
Palm.
that too. So I got everything in place. He's going to recontract it and it's all now finished and complete.
Road trip.
And I have to tell you, after that catastrophic, we haven't been on air since what happened in
Yes.
Surfside. So our condolences go out to all the families and friends and loved ones that are missing, have lost, those that have survived. We pray for you as well. That was so horrific. And as you see it, and those people missing, again, Wayne, I wish I could think of you for other positive things. You think of Wayne. No, Wayne's amazing. You think of Wayne and Dignity and everything we say and said, now is not the time. It's not even like they were in hospice and they had time to think and prepare. These people who lost their lives, it was in the blink, in the middle of the night, not even as if you were
Yeah.
anywhere. You were where you were exactly supposed to be in life and sleeping in bed. And the building just
It's
collapsed.
impossible to really get your head around. It's just shocking.
It is. And again, unfortunately, it's another lesson. You don't ask for death to come. It just shows up out of nowhere. And, it's really tough because I was watching it this morning, and now they're talking to some of the people who lost people. And it reminded me of 9/11.
Yeah.
I was right across the water from 9/11 when it was going down. I thought it was a bad movie. Really tough to watch that stuff. And the agony of going through this right now is the worst thing in the world because you don't know. And not that, you're going to have any good news from what I can see, but you don't know. And the agony is there. And all of a sudden you're contemplating what's going to happen next. And you could look at the distraught. You can't think yourself out of a room right now. So it's tough, really tough. And I was telling Wayne that this is going to be a difficult situation for me today, talking to Wayne, because again, here it is. And again, we tell people, not because we want to jinx anybody or it's going to happen tomorrow, but psychologically it's a deal. And Lucky is from Puerto Rico. She's from the other side of the island, and she knows a lot of Hispanic cultures and PR. They are going through all sorts of devastation as well over there. Things are still not back in shape. So there's a lot of stuff going on around us. But
Wayne, we've got some specials. I know that I don't even know if you know about these specials, but we've
I saw
actually
this.
been offered some incredible opportunities.
I saw that.
Yeah, so I'm glad you guys were able to film down at the Neptune Reef headquarters last week. So I'm looking forward to airing that footage, showing the behind the scenes mixture, where we mixed and make the molds for the Neptune Reef, which is a underwater cemetery just off Miami in Biscayne Bay, where you can get your cremated remains mixed and made part of a man-made reef. It looks like the lost city of Atlantis, and we're bringing back sea life to what was Barents Sea. So it's a beautiful option. that's very popular for growing in popularity. It's 2 phases done out of a 16-acre project, so it's quite exciting. I've chosen that as well for myself, prearranged that. But if you have a loved one that's already cremated and you have the urn, you could get their remains mixed and made part of the reef, or we can scatter over the reef as an option. You can prearrange your own space or that of a loved one. We can commingle people together or with your pets. There's a lot of options, different shapes. We actually have a shape, sample shape that we've done for you guys here. So we've got turtle. Have you named them? It's a turtle.
We're going to have a contest. I call it swimming.
Turtle.
Okay.
I always think
I
of
don't know
that
if we can
man
put him on
in
camera
Master of
somehow.
Disguise.
I don't know if we can put him on camera somehow.
Well, we're taking pictures and stuff. We're working up a whole workup on this.
Cool.
Thing,
Yeah.
but it's an interesting because it's located at a very interesting position. It's in a very strategic place.
I see.
I
So
put it
trick
there.
people.
Isn't that a good place?
No, it's a great place.
It kind of makes me feel like it's going into the sea. But this is in memory of all the souls that were lost during COVID-19. So Dignity was kind enough to give us a sample here so people can see part of the reef. I have to tell you, when the crew went down last week, the lion is spectacular, and the mold for the pillar top that Amy Rashevsky chose, it's massive.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing the different types of shapes that you can choose to be part of the reef. And again, you encourage people to consider that as an option. But of course, we can offer more traditional choices like you've chosen in a cemetery for casket or cremated remains. We've got a lot of different options. And generally, we encourage everyone to get their pre-arrangements in place, ideally years or decades in advance when you're still healthy, to get that done. We can lock in prices, spread out payments, and it's transferable in the future anywhere in our network. So generally, we encourage that. We've got a Neptune Reef have a discount going on right now, 15% off with 15% down, and the balance is in a 5-year, 0% interest payment plan. So that's a great option there. Also, for July, I've managed to get this okayed. So for any Brooklyn Cafe viewer, for the whole month of July, if you already have a loved one that's cremated, you have the urn, you're not sure what to do with it. I know Tracy mentioned that she was in that situation, but maybe I'm sure there's others that have that. So we're doing a thing, isn't it time for Uncle Arthur to come out of the closet? So if you've got, a loved one in your home, an urn there, you're not sure what to do with it, we can do free scattering in our ossuary, either in Lake Worth Memory Gardens or Hillcrest Memorial Cemetery in West Palm Beach. They're going to do that for free for any
Amazing, right?
Brooklyn Cafe listener, viewer in the month of July.
It is amazing.
So we're happy to do that. You can purchase, you can have a small plaque on the ossuary tablet there. You can purchase that. If you wish, it's not required, but we're offering the placement in the ossuary, scattering in the ossuary for free.
Wow, that's an speechless offer. Think about people, we've talked about it, and maybe Lucky knows, you talk about how in the Hispanic culture you keep the cremated remains in your home, and it goes from generation to person to house in the closet. And then next thing you got a family living in your closet. What do you do?
But
here it is.
In the day when somebody died, they used to do it in your house. They used to take the body out, bring it back, and you had the funeral in your house in Puerto Rico anyway. So there was,
Kuwait.
and there was a woman that I dated in Puerto Rico, and she had 4 urns in her closet. It was grandpa, grandma. Lucky, am I lying? This is what they do.
There you go. That's
And
what
you
I'm
don't know
talking
what
about.
to do with this
But
thing.
now
So
you
we
can
know.
do free scattering.
But they don't do free scattering. They don't know what to do with
So
it now.
Freddie, when you went over just for fun, you met the whole family?
Me and my boyfriend Freddie.
She said, I want to invite you to dinner. I want you to meet my family. She opens his closet, and I go, what the? I mean, only in my life. let
Welcome
me
back,
tell you.
Jackie Birch.
Thank you, Jackie, for pointing that
You're
out.
welcome. It happens to the best of us.
It does.
But that's an unbelievable offer. And yes, I got all my details arranged and in place. And it's kind of nice to know I don't have to
You are
worry
so
about it.
organized.
No, Wayne is.
No, he's ridiculously organized.
He comes in, he sits down with me about 5 minutes to airtime because he knows Wayne's learned me, which is kind of scary. The best time to get me is when I'm in crunch time. Do you have a minute? Sure, Wayne, what can I help you with? Well, we should really redo your contract right now. All right, let's do that right now.
Sure.
But you never know what you like or what you don't like until you see pictures. And I never like this certain tombstone. I don't like the ones with the vases. To me, it's like creepy. Like someone either leaves you flowers and they die, or they're plastic, or someone should leave you flowers. I never liked that. So that was an option. I go, no, I don't like that. But
So what'd you get?
without vases. Simple, plain.
So what do we
Gray
throw the
granite.
flowers at the?
I figured if you like me enough to come bring me flowers, you can bring the vase.
Bring the vase.
Just bring it in a vase.
I'm gonna leave a note. Please bring your own vase. Take
Or
it home
just
and
lay
clean
it out in the paper and put it beside me. Or, something else to that effect. I never
another
realized that
story
I
for
never
the
really
book,
liked
Jackie.
them, but you have choices. You have a choice on everything through
You got an
Dignity.
option. So I also wanted to show you there's different colors of granite you can choose. So I wanted to make sure, what your choice was. So you got that done. We're all good. We're good.
Could you go all red, black? You can do anything you really want.
I found a waterproof outside DVD player. So it's gonna be in the stone, and you bring a DVD and you play it inside the stone.
DVD's going to be obsolete by then.
So already
DVD,
already
whatever.
gone.
It could be a chip for
It'll
it.
be a chip by then.
It'll be the Jetsons. So there's constantly music playing.
So Wayne, we're going to take a drone and go look at some properties.
Yeah, so we'd love to, go to your cemetery. We can now rename it yours. So it's Star of David of the Palm Beaches up in West Palm Beach. So it's a beautiful, beautiful park, and we can do take the drone. They're really keen to. We can do the drone and show the park, and then we can go visit your future resting place. if you want.
Chuck must be
He has
churning right now. His neck must be stretched out like an ostrich.
Well, yesterday we drove past Forest Lawn South on 595. Did you see the
You
big
did, but
pyramid?
I'm pretty sure he went the other way.
No, you and I when we were in Davie.
Oh, yes. We
That's
went by
a
what?
Dignity property, Forest Lawn South.
I saw no
big pyramid,
forest.
yeah.
I never
It's a big pyramid on the side of the
How do you
road.
see all this? All I saw was rain. How do you
There's a
see all this?
tremendous pyramid. I remember when they built it, there was a ton of controversy. My school, I went to high school right over there, that they're building a pyramid, and it was like this ancient burial ground. But it's Forest Lawn South, which is, I've assumed, a Dignity property.
Yep. Uh-huh.
And
What-
inside
what's
are
in the-
crypts,
What's in
Crips.
a mausoleum,
Inside this pyramid?
Yep. Yep.
and then outside is a cemetery.
And they got people inside the pyramid? Like the
Yes,
pharaoh?
that's the whole point.
Like a pharaoh. Blake?
Yeah.
Like a pharaoh, bro.
Not quite.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Yeah, we passed it yesterday.
I didn't see none of that.
A lot of choices.
And you see everything. I didn't see that. And now I have to go back there and check it out.
I don't think that's a
Man.
good place for you, though. I
Why?
don't see you in the pyramids in Davie.
Why? Where are you sending me
I
to?
don't know. We could do a King
You send me
Tut,
to Egypt?
King Tut sarcophagus. We're good.
I wanted to ask you, do you have those?
No.
I have an idea.
I mean, I have seen that the company, we have done customized caskets, so anything's possible.
a sarcophagus. This
My
is.
parents have one.
Imagine
of
we
those,
could
too.
do
You
that.
should do what Jack Nicholson did in
He died?
no in the movie The Chock Full of Nuts. You should do the Brooklyn Cafe bag, kind of, and be buried right on the Dunkin' on Palmetto. I can't think of anything better.
Wow. Would you visit?
We'll put them in a cafe bag of coffee. The bags you're
The bags I'm
You thought you
saving?
bought coffee.
Oh, so you're going to take 27 bags and put my ashes in each one of them? So you're going to tie it together?
so crazy,
mean,
so sick.
Morbid. People are morbid in this place. Jackie, do me a favor. Don't say nothing more.
Turn my mic off.
You just got to keep going. But Wayne, we did Ladies' Night, which I know was successful because people got women thinking about what could be next, staying in control of your finances, of your afterlife, of all of these things. And we know Amy met with you, and we know you're meeting some of the other people that were here. It was a great
Yeah,
event.
that's the goal. Is just it's kind of encourage people to think about it. We know it's not anything that people like to think about, your own mortality, but unfortunately, none of us get to avoid that. And just the importance of putting those plans in place, ideally ahead of time. At least make your wishes known to your family. I mean, personally, I've been a part of I don't know how many people someone's passed away in their family, and they come in and they say, I don't know what my dad or my spouse, would have wanted, because we never really talked about this, so help us out. And of course, we work through that. But that's the most difficult it can be. If you haven't talked about it, you have nothing in place. We know that financially it can be quite a financial burden for the family, but emotionally that's the worst because the family members are caught off guard on top of their raw grief of just losing someone. They have to make all these decisions about what they think is right for that situation and their loved one. And all we're saying is, we know it's going to happen to everybody watching, listening. It's going to happen one day, hopefully many years in the future. But there are a lot of benefits to putting your arrangements in place ahead of time, ideally with a Dignity Memorial location. It's we're the largest network in the world, actually, but our network is throughout North America, Canada, and Puerto Rico, 2,800 locations. Once you put your arrangements in place, those prices are locked. They can never go up for you or your family. And the data clearly shows that prices have been doubling every 7 to 10 years. So you can do the math. If you're, and I've had children come in with their parents. I've had 20-year-olds come in with their mothers who've lost their father or their husband, and the 20-year-olds have done their, or 20, well, I think it was 28-year-old and 29-year-old did their plans with their mom, and hopefully 50 years in advance. So they've locked in the price. They're on a payment plan that can never go up. It's transferable in the future anywhere to any of our networks. So we know it's probably not the top of your list of things that you're planning to buy, but if you're planning for the future, thinking about your family, unfortunately, you never know when your end date's going to be. Something could happen unexpectedly. I often say to people, you're not guaranteed to die of old age. Unfortunately, there's lots of other things that can get us unexpectedly. Illness or accident or something else, we don't know. So if you have those things in place, like you've got your retirement plans in place, you've got life insurance, probably, there's lots of things that could happen to us that we plan for. I don't know why a lot of people never plan for this. And it really makes sense to do that along with your other plans for the future. 100% gonna happen. We all have hurricane insurance here in South Florida. Hopefully we'll never get a hurricane hit our house directly, but we have got that in place just in case, but we don't plan for our own passing.
You also make it a really easy process because, like you said, everyone plans for their retirement, their 401k, whatever it is, and it's more of an enjoyable thing to look forward to.
Sure.
But, you don't do it as, Dawn did it when she was doing a contract, and it's like, it doesn't have to be as eerie, it's almost a celebration that you kind of implement into it?
The main motivator for people is thinking about who's going to be affected when I die. It's going to be my spouse, my kids. Can I make that easier for them on that day? 100%. If you've got your plans in place, it's so much easier for them. Financially, yes, but more importantly, on the emotional side, they don't have to make those decisions. It's pretty much all done. They just need to choose a day. It makes that horrible day, that horrible experience so much easier. So that's what we're really encouraging everyone to consider doing that.
Jackie, were you here when they did my celebration of life?
Yes. I was definitely here for the planning of it.
I
remember of it.
I did it here. It was kind of eerie.
Oh, no, I wasn't here for the actual thing, but I was here for the...
I got friends that stopped talking to me because they thought I died. I got people that owe me money that says, thank God I don't have to pay them back.
Well, you send Slick out on the street to get it.
So I'm going to send Slick out to go get my money, but it's a true story. I got condolences cards. People were shocked to
People were
say,
screaming at you.
screaming, you're alive? Yeah. So.
But give Wayne a call, 561-654-9000. We don't just talk about it, we truly walk the walk. And Freddie has his plan in place. I've done mine. And the ladies' night that we did, and we'll do another one again when let's do maybe plan for the fall when everyone's back from summer and things are getting calm, was for women who are single parents, single moms, because especially if you've got young kids. Heaven forbid that happen. Who are you leaving these decisions to? And your kids can't. You're going to leave it to whom? Only you know what you have in place. And this way it's all done, taken care of. Your children don't have to worry about it. The pricing is locked in now, and things can always be changed. It is transferable if you decide to move, and it's always under the Dignity Memorial umbrella. Yes. And with the cafe, you get at least a 10% discount just for saying you're with the cafe.
Yep. So Brooklyn Cafe have joined the Dignity Memorial Funeral Benefit Program. So any viewer or watcher, all the staff, anyone have access to an automatic minimum 10% discount for if anyone passes away in your family, but also your pre-arrangements. And we often have, some better offers, like the one going on now for Neptune Reef,
Yeah,
15% off with 15% down, 0% interest over 5 years for the balance. We guarantee that, we can make it affordable for you. We can do just at least the bare minimum, the basics, at least get those things in place. Or we can do a more elaborate celebration of life, service, things like that. Again, by doing it ahead of time, you're saving the cost of inflation. We can do the payment plans with the payment protection. I guarantee you we can make it affordable. It's a lot more affordable than you think it might be. And it's a great thing to have in place. And if you ever move away, it transfers to any of our other locations. So it's completely future-proof. Even the cemetery purchase can be transferred to another Dignity Memorial Cemetery.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we've got some networking to do. We've got a new show that we're launching, Women Empowerment. We've got to introduce these two lovely ladies, and we've got a big cake to cut from J&D Cakes.
Yes.
Let's take a commercial break. Give us a call, 888-994-4995. Always reach out to Wayne at Dignity Memorial, or you can get in contact with us, 561-654-9000.
Correct.
We'll be right back.
Wow.
Strong cup of coffee to get you through your day. Try your very own Brooklyn Cafe Show coffee, the official coffee of the Brooklyn Cafe Show. You can pick up a bag from us, or two. Contact us at 866-224-5422, or just stop on by. We're at 2400 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard, Suite 13. Come on in, grab a bag of our signature Brooklyn Cafe coffee. The cafe doors are always open. Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Allie from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Cafe Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
In Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference.
Amp Media Productions and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They've been working around the clock nonstop to promote over 500 shows and businesses with added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422.
Looking for a cool, laid-back space with great people and even better drinks? You can't lose. The Artful Dodger, Boca Raton's hidden gem. A good, old-fashioned local bar is hard to come by, but not anymore. The Artful Dodger is a fun, casual place to sit back and relax. Located at 495 Northeast 20th Street in Boca Raton, you'll find your new favorite bar. The Artful Dodger. We'll see you there.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back. And you know, you gotta say hi to Charlotte.
I think we're going to see Charlotte
You
tonight.
gotta say hi to Tracy. Charlotte, if you're coming to the gig over at Arts Garage, either call in or text in, let us know you're gonna be there so we can log out for you. Gotta say hello to Tracy.
And Tracy says sign her up, Wayne. She's in.
Okay.
For
cool.
the scattering.
All right, cool.
All right, we're going to see Charlotte tonight. I think at Arts Garage we get to hear the lovely music of
We're
J.C.
gonna scatter
Friesen.
Tracy?
No, Tracy has earned she needs to do some scattering. So.
Oh, you know what, Tracy, the lion thing, kind of cool. That's good. Scattering, I'm not into scattering.
So as
It's
we
kinda
come
messy.
back, we've got the video that Slick and Val took down at Dignity Memorial.
let's roll
so
this
let's
so
roll this
we
video
can-
and see what they put together.
So we can see what's going on.
What happened?
What happened? Nothing
What
yet.
happened? What?
real?
Those are the real shapes.
Okay.
Real shapes.
Yeah. This is turtle, and there's like the kind of the main structure there in the first phase. So they've got 2 phases. The 16-acre project.
It's nice.
So is this the footage you sent Josh?
Yeah. That footage of like you guys seeing. Oh, sorry. Technical difficulties, but the footage that you seen with the fish and everything, that was from the monitor. Always has a real time of the reef, like of all the pictures. Everybody in there are divers. I didn't know. I just had to ask, but like they love it down there. They love doing this because it kind of like their family feels like they're giving back. And the fact that people are wishing to be a part of that reef is kind of like it's nice. I mean, I just I have a feeling that Neptune Memorial Reef may be bigger than the Biscayne Bay or the Biscayne or the area that it's in right now. It may just grow because people like doing it.
I loved it, Wayne. They loved going down there.
Well, and the director is okay. They've said that they'd love to take us out to the reef itself, so we can do another field trip on a boat. Take the drone, go out to the reef. We can snorkel and also see from the drone from the air as well. So we can go out to the actual. It's in Biscayne Bay, just off the coast of Miami. So we'll do a field trip there too.
Sounds great. All right, we've got some other fun guests with us. What are we doing? We're going to talk to Lucky and Marie before we do the cake.
Yes.
All right, so let's talk to Lucky, which is so great that Lucky's here. We went to a great event last night. Things are opening up, which is amazing. We went to our first networking event in a year and a half, I think.
Yes.
The last networking event we did was Meisner.
Yes.
It's been a long time.
Yes. It was kind of weird.
March last year.
March of last year.
It was kind of weird.
And there's no personal space anymore. Forget masks and social distancing. People are like this.
In your face.
You know, what got to me was that people are with the hugging and the kissing again.
Yeah.
Like this. I went home, I did a couple squirts of my tonic, and I'll be doing it
that's
again
okay.
today.
I mean, I can always turn my face, but the hugging and the kissing.
Yeah.
And then you don't know if you're gonna kiss, you're gonna. So people lean, and you go, oh, here it comes, and whoop, right by you.
But it was a
and you
great
fall on your
event.
face.
It was so much fun to see people, to talk to them, and as I'm getting ready to eat, which is a whole big thing if I'm actually going to take a plate and eat in a social situation, I pick up a plate, I go to walk, and this lovely lady says, "Don't I know you? Aren't you in that studio at the Brooklyn Cafe show?" So we started chit-chatting and how she had been here, and I said, "That man over there in the hat." She goes, "That's your partner." Next thing I knew, I had an empty plate for the next hour, and we chit-chatted, we talked, and here she sits, and I never ate.
You know, they give you tickets for drinks,
Didn't
right?
do that either, yes.
And they give you plates for food. So I couldn't get food because every time I get food, Dawn says, "Come here, meet this guy." So I'm eating with greasy fingers. I'm shaking hands. I didn't know we were going to do that. I was going to do that. I went to the guy. Excuse me.
He goes to events to eat. I go to events to network, and I'm like, "Sorry, I'm going to interrupt this
I
conversation.
was
Can you please-"
hungry. And then I went to get a drink, and Lucky's by the
you on that
line.
too, I know.
And Lucky goes, "Hi." I go, I can't even get a drink here.
Yeah, I tried to say hello to you. You're like, oh.
Then I sit down, right? And Dawn brings him to the table. So now we're going to hold court. I'm like, I'm never going to eat. I can see it. How are you? Yes, how you doing? And then I don't know anybody, but I know them.
But you know them. So Lucky's here with her beautiful daughter.
Yes. You want to say hello?
Hi.
Hi.
The side hustle.
The
Are we gonna
side
tell?
hustle.
Are we going to tell that story?
Sure.
What happened to you? Tell us that story.
Basically, what happened, like overall, was that I would make drawings at home, and like people could make like someone would tell me a picture that they wanted like a picture of, and I would draw it, and then I would also estimate like how much money, like how long it would take me. So then that would also be like how much money it would cost, and they would pay me, and I'd give them the drawing.
And what happened to the money, the teachers and stuff?
Well, I remember there was this little library next to where I sat in the classroom, and that's where I hid the money. And I remember one day in school, the teacher was just like, "Let's reorganize all the books in the library." And she found the money, and she's like, "Next time I find this, it's mine."
She
So
found the stash.
now instead of keeping the money at the school, I keep it at home.
And your mom didn't know that you had this side hustle, huh?
Well, at first, not
your mother
really,
know?
but I told her.
You told her.
Yeah.
Side hustle.
I was providing the candy because she was giving free candy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know. I thought it was for the whole classroom. It was for her business at school.
Yeah, I remember we had a group of 3 people. There was the leader, the girl who made the group. Me, I was the person who made like everything to sell, and then the third girl, she would like promote. So we had like our own little business in school.
So check this out. Did you get paid before you did the drawing?
Sometimes I had this one person in my class where he'd always pay me before because I don't know, he always brought money to school, so.
Women empowerment at a young age. There you go, Marie,
This
right?
is a scary. This is a scary
Watch
thing.
out.
And how old are you?
I'm 9.
We're not 19. Unbelievable. So I met the mom last night between my hamburger and whatever I didn't
And
eat.
your drinks, yes.
And she told me the story about her daughter. And she says, if you can get her to come into the studio. And I says, I got to have this because we have the Kids Television Network on Saturday.
Yep.
And I've been thinking all night, what would I call? Because she's remarkable. She plays piano. She draws, as you could tell. She has a side hustle. And I was saying, side hustle at 9 years of age. I mean, think about
This is
that.
Latino women, I got to tell you.
It's something. I tell you,
It's something
something.
with Puerto Rico, I think.
Puerto Rico. And
I got to tell you, you know what? The only thing that got him out of his chair all night was going to talk to you. You saw, right? You
Well, she
wouldn't
gave me-
answer me.
she
You
gave-
waved to me from across
Because
the room.
you kept interfering with me trying to get something to eat.
You're trying to eat. You know what got him out of the chair was to go talk. Next thing I know, he jumps up and he beelines over to
No,
talk
what
to her.
happened was she told me she was Spanish, and we want to push Fuego, and she did some film work today. I gotta tell you, Slick, I gotta tip my hat. He put 3 cameras with Giovanni in the studio.
Nice.
And we got good angles, and you finally understood what I was talking about, seeing the different angles when you present material. She talked about her business and everything else, so we got a good idea what we want to do with that.
Great.
You have a great team here.
Thank
They
you.
are
Yes.
good.
Yes.
They are the best. But we took it to another level today, and we just let her float and see it's gone. So I got to get her daughter more comfortable because she's a little shy, believe it or not. But once she gets on a roll, you're going to be seeing this kid come in here with the side hustle.
With a side hustle.
Well, tell us what you do, Lucky.
So my name is Lucky Aguirre, and I'm a loan originator with Cardinal Financial. So I do home loans, mortgage, purchase, refinance. So like anyone who's trying to buy a home, and I'll get them pre-approved, get them what they need so they can go out there and find their dream home.
And
Or
how
I
long
can do refinance.
How long have you been doing this?
3 years. So I started marketing a team. I started marketing an office, doing business development and license, part of a team. And then 2 months ago, a leap of faith, and I'm now like the loan originator, doing everything on my own, with the support of Cardinal.
And what's the difference between a loan originator through you or me picking up the phone and calling the banks? You go bank to bank to bank. What's the benefit of what you do?
I represent Cardinal. We're a direct lender. So we're kind of like a bank, but can I say better? Just because that's all we do.
Okay.
That's all we do. Only mortgage, only purchase or refinance, and then we have all the programs. We can also broker some programs that we don't have. So the difference is that we might be flexible. We might offer other opportunities, other programs. We might be able to approve individuals that have a specific unique situation that maybe the bank will not. However, like I talked to some people, if they have been in a bank, they have a bank relationship for 30 years, and they have a perfect scenario, and they said, this is what my bank is giving me, and I said, you go with your bank. Or I said, this is what I can do for you. So everyone has a different scenario with their credit, with their employment, with their, all their profile. So what we try to do is learn the person, we review everything, we qualify the person, and we say, this is like, try to show them this is the best that I can do for you.
And what are the rates right now? What are we looking at on mortgages? She's laughing.
It's going to depend. It's going to depend on the, of course, on the profile of the person, on the scenario, on the situation. Of course, many months ago, we had like those best rates, like everyone was like trying to get, refinance and trying to get a better rate and so on. Then we have a phase that, the rates went up, and then for the last couple of weeks, there has been some days that we have seen some really good rates. And again, it's just going to be depending on the program, situation, what they're buying, and what type of buyer they are. So, if you're doing an investment, it's going to be your primary resident, depending on their specific situation. And so that's what we try. We try to give you, like, what's the best rate that I can give you?
And you always talk about getting pre-approved.
Yeah, well, I wanted to bring up, because of the pandemic, things in the mortgage world must be completely all over the place, because people that have loans are one thing, people that got deferred, there's a difference between a home equity and taking out a second and things of that nature. So the complexities of lending, you sort of listen to what the story, every loan is going to be different, correct?
Yes.
It's like buying a house. Everybody has a different format, what's going on in their life. And I used to tell people when I did what you do, is you may not be able to buy a house today. We got to fix it so that you can buy the house that you want. Because this is about want, right? You don't want to buy something that somebody else wants to sell you. You sort of want to get into that groove of what you want to get.
Yes.
To get there is doable if you have somebody that works with you. And to answer that question, not for her, but to answer that question when I did it, you can call 100 people because they're looking just to make the deal. But the person that wants you to get the best deal that you want has to work with you.
So we go to this event last night, and everyone I met, I go, oh, Freddie did that. Oh, Freddie did that.
What's that?
True, is it a fact?
I had a lemonade stand too, just for the
Insurance, you did this. Mortgage, you did
Yeah,
that.
I did mortgages for a long time. I made a lot of money doing
But
it.
no one else there last night did what we did. But everyone knew Robin was amazing. She's an incredible host.
An amazing
Yes.
event.
Amazing
Yes.
event.
Yes.
And it's funny because you were there and you knew everybody in the room. It's funny. She knows everybody in the room. Linda knows everybody in the room. She knows everybody in the room. Me, I'm trying to get a burger. I'm trying to eat a burger. And they come up, you know me? No, they know the hat, right? They go, oh, the guy with the
I know
hat.
the guy with the hat.
Like, what is this? Brandy. I was trying to eat a burger. So I went to the other side. Did you see me get up and walk away?
Yep.
They knew me over there too. I had to come back.
Everyone goes, I know your partner, the guy with the hat.
Oh, Lord.
It's like Curious George, the man in the yellow hat. They know my partner.
Thank you. And I'm a yellow hat. Okay. But
Also, Dawn had a pretty dress. It's such a pretty dress.
Oh,
so that's
thank
how
you.
I started talking to her.
She started, but I'm glad you did because next thing you know, you're here and we're looking to expand Fuego.
Yes.
And the funny thing is we're going to introduce you to Marie also, but between real estate and mortgage, and we never have any coincidences that ever happen in here, as you well know.
I got to tell you, first time, we've been here, what, a year and a half? I heard applause coming out when she finished. I have never heard that before.
At Fuego?
It was, yeah, Giovanni and Slick were applauding about what was going on, and I
Thank
was
you.
listening, because she said she was going to do Spanglish. She did Spanish better than me. That was good. And I said, here we go. With her and Lena, you're going to have bookends on this thing?
We have bookends, and hopefully we're going to have a new little kids show we have on our kids
Yes.
network. Here's some piano
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
That would be great.
A lot of interest
We're
stuff
excited
going.
about that also. When should people contact you?
They can, my cell phone, they can call me 561-454-8444, or they can text us. Now we have, it's a different generation. They can text me. I can provide, information or book an appointment through a text. Also, I have a website. It's homeloanwithlucky.com. So reach out to me just to ask questions. I talk to people that then they call me back 6 months later when they're ready to apply. This is my business. This is what I love. I love to talk to people. So call me and ask me any questions, and I'm here to help.
I love that we're back out networking and meeting new
Wait
people.
till you
and new
hear my
groups.
crazy idea.
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I'll tell you during commercial.
But pre-approval, if people want to buy a house, they should get in touch with you sooner rather than later? Is that
Yeah, so
important?
the first step is to get pre-approved when you're trying to find a home. So normally people will reach out to the realtors because they list a home and they see a home that they like, but you need to be pre-approved, have a loan pre-approved, so that way the realtor can show you the proper home. And so they can reach out to me and I'll do the qualification. I get them pre-approved. I give them a letter, a loan estimate, so they know every cost that is involved in the transaction. And I will answer any questions and try to help them through the process.
A whole nother process. So you got to talk to her first. Talk to Lucky first before you start going through those listings.
It's relationships. Listen, I had the keys to 7 Century 21 offices because the guy knew I was going to close that deal. I used to move paper. And I understand that the game is different now than it was then, but it's all about caring about people.
Yes.
Bringing in, highlighting what they, absolutely. Because everybody wants to have the best schools. Everybody wants to have their kids to have a park. Everybody wants, but it really comes down to what you can afford. So you do the best.
How do you
have.
base that? How do you know what you can afford?
I call it a rompecabezas, the puzzle.
The puzzle.
So it's like four areas that we look at: the credit, and in the credit we look at the score and the credit history, and in the credit also I look at what debt they have reported on their credit, and then we look at the income, and then we look at the assets. So it's like the credit score history, the debt, income, and the assets. Like how much money you have to put for down payment, and all the closing costs involved on the transaction.
Interesting.
And then you go to part 2, which we're going to be talking about very soon.
Yep. Yes.
You go to part 2 because there's always the saying.
We can go to a trio actually, because I think Marie has something to say.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, there's also, what I wanted to point out is that there's also different type of mortgages, right, or financing that someone can qualify for.
That's right.
Oftentimes, people don't know that there's
Sure, your mic is on.
FHA, conventional, jumbo. A lot of my personal clients are cash buyers, so I have actually learned the last year about the different types of financing, and there's actually maximums, right?
Yes.
Like an FHA is up to a certain
Exactly.
amount.
So part of that puzzle decides how much a person will qualify for, and then it decides the ratio, and then depending on the program. So what I do, that is a amazing comment that you're adding, after evaluating the person and all the 4 parts, we kind of say, okay, this is the max with this program, you can afford this. Sometimes there's a listing or in a property that says only cash or conventional loan. So the person wants the house, so we're trying to approve them for a conventional loan, number 1, and so on. Then there's some properties that allow FHA and so on, and that's a whole another conversation when we talk about conventional and FHA and what are the requirements or what are the debt ratio in each program.
And you got the length of closing. You're going to close fast. A lot of people ask for conventional. Now, I used to flip it because if you're going to do cash, right, person's going to take in cash, done those too. And the person taking in the cash, that person's got to go somewhere too.
Absolutely.
So there is where the game plays out on the mortgage end, because how much you want to take of your cash, you want to stay equity, but a lot of stuff that goes on, and that's a trifecta that's constantly moving. I love that game.
I gotta tell you, how you guys do that is amazing. Truly remarkable. Tell us what, we've been talking to Maureen, we've been talking to Blake,
Yes.
putting a new show together around you, which
That's
is very
right.
exciting.
Yeah, we're very excited to be here. And so should I introduce the show already? We've been talking about.
Why don't we run the clip and then we'll come back and introduce
let's do it.
Awesome.
Let's run the
Let's do it.
clip. Because and you have to tell her ahead of time.
I forgot we had the clips. This
Yeah,
is going to be our
you
new
have
working intro.
distorted everything all over the place.
It's all right. I think Taylor's on the board.
Yeah. Who's on the board? Taylor. Taylor, you got the clip? So Slick is
Oh,
going
we can keep talking. Awesome.
Short clip.
Boca Raton.
Cool.
It's about that power walk. Who was I talking to?
That was very nice.
A little shake there.
Who was I talking to this morning? Was it Giovanni and Slick, right? We were talking to you, wasn't I? About the power walk.
Yeah,
The power walk.
The strut when we walk in here, all the guys.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
That's right. And
We
there
got a
you
strut.
have it.
Yes.
That's called the power walk. Because if you got it, you got the power.
Yeah, I think as a woman talking about it's a perfect segue to talk about women empowerment. I think one of the things that I've learned is that number one, yes, power walk. That when you enter a room, that you should have full confidence and just enter with your chin up. So power walk is important. The other thing that's really important is actually being proud of your name, your full name. I know at times because I have a very different last name, Manguta, and a lot of people do ask me to pronounce it. And in the past, I felt like uncomfortable. Like I would just say, hi, my name is Marie. Like I leave the Manguta out. So I've learned how to be proud to say, yes, my name is Marie Manguta, along with the walk. So I think those two are really significant as a woman and being empowered to own these two things. Own your name, own your walk, whatever that walk is for you, right? Don't you think?
You want to fill in the room when you get there and it's funny because we had a conversation last night about people that take it overboard and become overburdened, egotistical and stuff like that. And that's not what you want. You're looking for the balance.
Mm-hmm. It's funny. I walked into the event last night and I walked around. I came through the front. I think I saw you there. And Chuck says to me, oh, well, why didn't you come through the back? Why did you have to make a grand entrance through the front? I said, because I have to walk and make a grand entrance.
Me, I just wanted a burger.
You were hungry. You were hungry. We get it.
I couldn't even get by the front.
You were hungry.
Oh, this is my partner.
Yes, as far as the cheese cut, right next to me, I go, no, come over here.
Freddie was hungry.
I'm like a rat. I gotta get cheese.
No, I get it. I get hungry too. When I'm hungry, and I go like the whole day without eating. So when I'm hungry, like I'm hungry. Like
but if you walk in a room, I say,
put your food down.
No, I say, you want me to get you a glass of wine, something? I go get it because you can sense, and that's what was happening last night. You were holding court. There wasn't no need for Freddie. Freddie got to go get something to eat. And I said to you want something to eat, and I bring it to you because you're holding court, and that's how you work a room.
Yes.
That's how you get things accomplished.
You're
You're
not gonna have a power walk if you're about to collapse. So.
Well, tell us about your new show that you're going to be working on.
Our new show, I'm including Blake in this. Blake is a huge Blake Chadwick is huge into orchestrating all of this and the introduction of Freddie and Dawn, and he's the one who actually came up with the name, and that is Blake.
The Empowered Voice with Marie Manguta.
So it's the Empowered Voice with Marie Manguta. So what do you think about it? What do you think about it?
I have the last name.
The last
I think
name.
It's a powerful statement.
Mm-hmm. The Empowered Voice with Marie Manguta.
I tell you, it makes me feel you can't mess with this lady. I'll tell you. Do not
And
mess
what are you
with
going
this
to
lady.
be? What are you going to be?
Boss
highlighting?
lady.
Boss lady, exactly.
Boss lady. But with gratitude, everything that I do, even with empowerment, is staying in gratitude, right? Letting the ego aside and just being grateful. And being human, right? That's really the core of who I am, besides the strength. So that's what I want to exude is the gratitude first and then the strength second.
You talked about that this morning. And you can only do what we can do as a human, but the greater God, the greater gift of what there is what brings it forward. And you have to have humility and gratitude and say thank you, and
absolutely
pieces fall into place.
Exactly.
But you
really
need
believe
to
that.
have the strength.
You got
You
to
started.
have that.
You got to.
Yeah, it's a balance.
I got to tell you.
Yeah,
balance.
I was talking to Lucky. You got to be able to say, you know what? I'm gonna take a shot. You see Jackie Birch, that kid, because she's a kid. I met her years ago. That kid walked up to Dawn and I at Lynn University, and she told us, you need me.
She was a freshman.
Wow. Yeah.
On your show. She was a freshman.
Yep.
That's
and
fantastic.
I said to her, what do you want to do with your life? She said, I want to be on radio. That was a Tuesday. Friday, I think you ran the board when Jackie's first show was there.
Yep.
She ran the first board. She was like this. But she came forward. So you got to be
great.
able
Yes.
to walk the walk.
Yes.
And not only do the talk, you got to be able to do the walk.
Right.
And then other women are going to say, you know what? I want to be like Mike.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Yes,
'Cause I
absolutely.
can, right?
What do you
That
gotta
you
be focusing on?
admire. We're going to focus on empowering women. That's the first thing, but really empowering everyone, right? Like just be all inclusive, because it's not only about women, it's about young girls, young men, adult men. So it doesn't matter. We're here to empower and have empowering conversations. And leave you feeling like, wow, this is great, right? It's great information. Want to hear more of it, and just a really feel-good show. I think that we need more of that on this earth, as there's so much happening around us every second. So yeah, it's all about gratitude, love. I love love, so it's all about love, and then everything else will develop from there, I think, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, having guests on the show, having amazing guests, and, you know, whatever else that comes along, I think.
It's going to be a great show,
Yeah.
and it's everything we've talked about. And as
Yeah.
soon as I got home from talking to you guys that afternoon, someone else called, and she said, can you talk to me tomorrow at 10? No, I have a meeting. Can you talk at 1:30? No, I've got a show. She says, and this is why I need to change my life. She said, because I have to do what I need to do for me and be empowered. I will see
Yes.
you Monday morning, she said.
And there's a lady.
That was Eileen.
Well, there's that lady with the juice stuff. You got women in Boca. I mean,
Yeah.
just talk
In the
specifically.
Yes.
That have fantastic ideas. They just don't know how to start. They're afraid to put
Absolutely.
their foot forward. Jordana Foster's show has been on for almost 3 years. And she's a great coach, and she's doing really, really well. And she did not quit when everybody else around her said, nah, you got to quit. That's what I like about this.
Yes.
And I like it in Spanish. I like it in English. I like it in Portuguese with Lady B. These are women who are saying, you know what? I'm going to take it to the next level. That's what I like. Now, Blake has been with me a long time.
About a decade.
Right? And with this guy,
Yes.
I put Blake with me on my shows. And I was told I can't do that. Remember that?
Well, now we can.
And now we can.
Now it can. But you're right, it's for all generations, for her age, for our crew that sits in there,
That's
you,
right.
Slick, as well, as an empowered male, you see what's going on. But Valerie and Taylor in there, you see at the level that they've achieved, and they keep going and going. And,
Now they can see it. That's the trick.
and their generation has multiple jobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they learn at
Right.
one, they've got another job here, they got another job here, they got the side hustle over here to
Right.
make it all come together. So that's a whole nother conversation to have.
And we sort of hooked up with, not sort of, we hooked up with Ion South Florida, and we were going to go national. We're going to go 120 radio
International,
stations,
actually.
and actually internationals on the OTT side. And you should see, I found out this morning, that I told them last week we were going to go through this, and they all laughed at me. And I find out today nobody believed me. Nobody, not even my partner over here, believed me.
We
he's
believe.
doing a lot of, what?
We believed you.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we
It
did.
wasn't until they walked into those studios yesterday and all the eyeballs got this big.
Yes.
Okay? And they were like this. And they were, you could pinch them, they were like, wow, what's going on here?
Right.
Because if you put your best foot forward,
Yeah.
you're going to get results, but you got to do that. And what I laugh at is when I met Dawn, Dawn would not come work with me for 4 years. And I said, you're good at this business. And I'm saying the same thing there, and I'm saying the same thing over there. You are good at this business because the community, everybody needs it.
Yep.
That's the difference. It ain't about me.
Right.
It ain't about me. I gotta go get a hamburger. Everything's taken care of.
You're the visionary. You're
look at
you're the
power.
visionary,
Look what I got
Freddie.
you lunch today, so you can eat it
But look
anytime
at
you
the
want.
power that you ladies bring forward. At a time, you know, and I love Wayne. I really do. I just hate seeing him, but I love him. I love him because at a time right now that this country went through one of the worst things it has ever been through, and it still continues. It still continues. Look at North Miami. You need people to stand up and say, listen, it's going to be all right. Right?
Yes.
Remember when you met me? You says, all I want is somebody to say it's going to be all right. And that's what you're looking at here.
That's great. Mm-hmm.
That's what it comes down to.
It's true. This is going to be a great show. We're starting
Yes.
next month. We're starting, I think, July 12th. We
July
talked about.
12th, yes.
That's right. This is going to be very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
On Monday, right? 6 o'clock?
Mondays at 6 o'clock.
We're going to move. We got people to move.
Lots of people to move and impact.
I leave that to you, but
I
it's
got
going to
it.
be great.
Yes.
You got this. And before we go to commercial break, I want to talk really quickly about the cash buyer.
Yes.
So if a house is appraised at $600,000, but because the market is the way the market is, you're going
Yes.
to sell your house for $8,000. You
That's
need
right.
something to bridge that.
Well, the cash buyer, that doesn't exist for a cash buyer.
Okay.
So the home doesn't get appraised or anything. So the cash buyer just says, listen, I'm willing to pay $800,000. I do have, like right now, I have the cash buyer who we had it listed at 1.7, and this cash buyer overpaid, so paid more than $1.7 million that it was listed for. And he's cash. However, he has decided to actually take on a mortgage with his lending company. I didn't represent the buyer in this case, but yeah. So he goes and
going
takes
in or
so
after he closes?
So no, like right now he's
Going in?
shopping and getting a mortgage, but it's not. There's no contingency, which means it doesn't matter. He's going to pay cash. For us, it's a cash deal. So however he gets some money at closing, he just needs to close. But he's decided to, I guess, keep his liquidity and get some
That's right.
some funds, to cover his home.
And do you have more cash buyers? Do you provide that, or do you wait till they come to you? Or
So a lot of our cash buyers tend to be ultra wealthy, and they normally have it in place, right? They have their financial advisors, they have their financial, institutions, they have their trust accounts set up. What I do provide oftentimes is the attorney, maybe a local attorney, because a lot of these buyers are from different states. So when they do come here, they might not have a local attorney to handle the sale or anything else they need to handle. But most of the time, they have all that set up. A couple weeks ago, we closed on a $10 million deal. That was all cash. I mean, the deposit was over $1 million. I mean, clients have that, buyer, people do have that, and you see the wire go through, like, here's, $1.5 million in escrow. Imagine you could just do that wire from your checking account. That's pretty amazing.
Pretty unbelievable.
So, and that's a cash buyer in this market. We're seeing a lot of that. South Florida does have a lot of affluence and a lot of money. So we see that happening. Mm-hmm.
And what's a good way for people to contact you if they're interested in buying, selling?
Yes, there's various ways to contact us. Our phone number, Blake knows our phone number. It is
561-639-2149. 561-639-2149.
And then we have a website as well. You can check out everything. We specialize in new construction in Boca. So you can go to newconstructionbocaraton.com, and you'll see all of the projects and the listings that we do have.
There is new construction still in Boca?
Yes, there's quite a few towers going up, high rises going up, and
Some of her power walk.
yeah, there you go. I was,
There are some
exactly. The new high rises, but a lot of also single family houses. There's a lot of new single family houses being built. I think there was a recent article that talked about how there's like a waiting list for single family houses in South Florida, especially Palm Beach County. There's a waiting list to build a house. So if you go to a development like GL Homes, and they'll tell you, yes, we have 100 lots, but we're only releasing 2 every 2 months. So they're putting you on the waiting list, and you're hoping that you'll get a new house. Eventually. So that's a bit difficult for some of the buyers, but it's a really interesting game right now. Real estate is so interesting in what's happening. So
the game has changed.
It definitely has changed a lot. Or, I mean, has it changed, or have we seen this before? In South Florida, I believe that we have seen this before a few times.
Yeah.
I think once in the 20s or
I remember
30s.
You couldn't buy a house
you couldn't-
anywhere.
Right.
I bought 2, and it was really hard to find. But the difference is that in those days, the prices are not, you're not getting the kind of money that you're getting
course,
now,
right.
because they still required appraisals.
Yes.
And the appraisals controlled the deal.
Right.
So you had to go above appraisal, and there was all this stuff you had to sign and everything
Mhm.
else. But now people come in cash. You got California, you got New
Yes,
York, you got
you do.
disasters. It's unbelievable what's
Strong
going on.
and
right now.
liquid.
Now, the other thing here is if I have a house and I want to sell it, and I'm saying, you see, you got to understand, you got to deal with somebody that knows this bracket. I know there's a lot of realtors out there. All of my friends are turned into realtors. I get it. I do. I swear to God, I'm not insulting anybody. But when you're dealing with wealthy homes and you're looking to sell your house, you want to know somebody who gets $1 million wires, no big deal. Gets a $10 million close in cash, again, no big deal. Let's go have dinner. Let's move on.
Yes.
A lot of people think $10 million on a house, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I got to sit down because I'm about to faint. And that's not what you want to go in with. So if I have a house and I want to get it up to the $1 million, $1.2 million, you got to come see somebody like her,
right,
who understands that market. You feel comfortable with what she's about to tell you, and listen and do it, because selling a house is a technique.
More to come.
It's a technique.
Tune in. There's more to
Yes.
come on this. This is fantastic. Women empowerment. Come along for our journey.
I'm going.
We're going to go to commercial break. When we come back, it is time to wrap up our birthday week. Anniversary week. If I say birthday, our anniversary week. We got a cake. From
Another
J-
birthday?
Looks great.
From J&D Cakes. We got to
Yes.
cut that up. We've got Steve Gubb of Gubba Rum. It is time to get our Gubba weekend going.
The Gubba Man.
Slick Saloon is open again. All right.
He has
So
gloves on. I don't know what
here's
that
to
means.
our Gubba weekend. Stay tuned. Quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Hi, I'm Teresa McDonough, owner and founder of Healing Moments. Healing Moments is a healing playroom, a mind, body, spirit center. Our service is love and compassion, and the environment is soothing, peaceful, and inviting. Every area is designed for healing and peace. We deliver services such as massage therapy or lymphatic drainage, energy healing and Reiki, chakra balancing, physical vascular therapy for circulation and pain, vibrational medicine using frequencies and oils, and music in order to calm and relax your mind, body, and spirit. We also offer detoxification services using infrared sauna, ionic foot baths, and power plates. All of our modalities are designed to reduce stress, anxiety, induce relaxation, relieve pain, and provide detoxification and inflammation reduction for optimal healing and wellness.
Attention Florida residents. Is constant water damage from the elements putting holes in your pipes and your wallet? We cut the cost when disaster strikes. You deserve to have your house be a home again. At Triumph, we get you paid the most for your insurance claims. Broken pipes, water damage, and mold? Triumph Consulting covers it all. Call our offices now to qualify for a free house inspection at 954-669-4935 or visit www.wegetYouPaid.com.
When your property suffers from water, mold, fire, or biohazard, you need a professional remediation company that is fully licensed, bonded, and insured. Rescue Clean 911 offer 24/7 emergency service with 1-hour response times now in your area. Water, mold, fire, biohazard. Call now 1-833-253-2699.
Handling the hard jobs with a soft touch.
Barbara Silver has inspired women worldwide for over 30 years with her artistic talents. With a combination of texture, color blocking, and sculpture, this creator of many beauty bestsellers has taken the world by storm with her passion for design and color. Barbara's eclectic style encompasses it all. Bold and brazen, subtle and calming. She is the most well known for her unconventional tools and techniques, including spinning, scraping, and sandpapering. Her textured surfaces and playful resin sculptures can be found in many tasteful private homes in Florida, Connecticut, and New York. Her miraculous compositions are exhibited at the Heart of Delray Gallery, as well as Boca Raton's The Gallery Lounge. For more information, Barbara Silver can be reached at 917-757-0447 or emailed at barbarasilvergallery@gmail.com.
AMP2 TV and WNN Money Talk Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2 TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
If a tree falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power, a platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions, a voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have a platform you deserve to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting CAFE to 55312. That's CAFE to 55312. Or call us at 866-224-5422. Your voice can make a difference. He's very on point.
And we're back.
And we're back. We're getting to wrap up our show here on this Friday, our anniversary week. 5 years, Freddie. No? 50? Centuries? 4 years? 5? I got to tell you, from iHeart back to when I said to you, said to me, what do you want? And I said, FM. And 2 weeks later, they sold our time at iHeart. And you said to me, now what are we going to do? I'm like, we're going to...
No. You said you wanted FM.
Yes.
We were on AM at iHeart.
Yep.
And do you know that Blake is the first guy that I got to do a show at Beasley when I first started?
Wow.
It was the Freddie Fixer show. Yeah. And it's funny because I had him working with me because he has a good voice and everything else, and they screamed at me for doing it. And then I went in with you to Beasley after iHeart, and he says, I can't be in here, it's too small.
Yes. And he says, but you're only 5 feet. How much room do you need? And I said, clearly, I need space.
She says, this is way too small. I need a big. Now, Beasley, I got a bigger place.
You got a bigger place.
She still says it's too small, so here we have it.
But Beasley is fantastic, and Jody has been amazing, and Bobby was great, and they've been fantastic to you and fantastic to us and all of the shows. So always a huge shout out to WWNN for all that they always do to us, for us. And now Roku, Amazon, Ion South Florida, some more to come as we go to our next 5 years.
12 years on radio.
And every year, J&D Cakes, from the beginning of when we started, has done our anniversary cakes. And again, through businesses up and down, they said, please let us do your cakes. So this has been a gift from Danielle and Joel of J&D Cakes. They're right on Dixie and Palmetto Park. They're incredible. And they actually have summer camp. If you're into baking and cooking, they're doing camp this summer. Yes. Which is very cool. So I know people I think this is their specialty. This is chocolate, I believe, and dulce de leche.
And what de leche, what? Wow. The dulce de leche.
Dulce de leche.
Dulce.
Look at the size of this.
This cake is about 15 feet high. Yeah, you're going to need a fork, a knife, and a spoon.
And a forklift. Hey, that's why it's called a fork.
Holy, Dawn, that's a whole lot of... Jeez Louise.
This looks delicious. All right, so this is from J&D Cake. So check them out. They're right in East Boca. They are lovely. They will do everything. You name it, and they won.
5 years.
And they won cake,
and I never miss.
Thank you so much for playing.
You're very welcome.
And on that note, we're going to take a commercial break, cut up the cake, and then we will be right back with Steve Gubb of Gubba Rum. Thank you.
Looking for a place to get your ice cream fix? Look no further than Cold Stone Creamery. At Cold Stone, we make our ice cream fresh every single day in store. We have over 20 different ice cream base flavors and over 30 different mix-ins to choose from. We also have plenty of signature creations if you don't want to go ahead and choose your own. To end your creation, you can put it in one of our freshly made waffles. We have ice cream cakes, ice cream sandwiches, milkshakes, smoothies, banana splits, sundaes, and so many other things for you to come check out and enjoy. We are the official ice cream store of the Brooklyn Cafe. Hope to see you soon, and remember, it's always a great day for ice cream.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Proudly distilling out of West Palm Beach, Florida, Lost Harbor Spirits is a true treasure waiting to be discovered. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You're funny.
Did she get the macaroons? We got plenty of macaroons. Now we have a deal, right? We got a deal.
Yes.
You owe me shows.
Gabby?
Okay. And Gabby, you know what I'll do? Every show you do, I'll bring you a macaroon. I go to Meisner. Meisner still has the macaroons.
How do you like this cake? Well, I think they made these macaroons.
At Meisner. They're delicious, aren't they?
J&D made these.
Yeah, I know that.
And the macaroons.
They're good. I know, but I know J&D, do they make macaroons?
That's where they made the macaroons. They
Then I
made them.
get even better. I'll bring a box. I give her one for every show she does.
They actually won Cake Wars, and the cakes that they do are spectacular. So.
Working for macarons?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. She needs a sign. I work for macaroons.
I can see she has an agent already.
There you go. So J&D Cakes, thank you so much. Let's bring Steve Gubb over because, you know, we can't celebrate a Friday without our good friend Steve Gubb from Boston.
Where is the... Oh, look, he's at the door.
Where is Mr. Gubb?
Somebody's at the door.
And here I am.
And there he is. What is that, a new menu?
That's our old label, of which, of course, I have about 10,000 that I'll never use.
Of course.
You're missing cake,
Good
Steve.
afternoon. I thank you, Wayne. Will you have my piece for me, sir?
We're going to.
Done.
We'll save it for you.
That cake is so tall. I thought when you cut that slice, when it fell, it would actually reach me here up in Boston. It almost did.
Do you know this is their small?
This is small.
This
Well, aren't you
means
lucky?
They say 8 people.
Now, I didn't know that they were open. Now that I know they're open, I am going to send them a picture of you. So when you come down here, I'm going to have a cake made in your image.
Now I'm afraid.
Do you
I'm
actually?
really afraid.
I took the air out of the room.
Our first anniversary cake they did a triple tier red and black cake, and they had a fondant sculpture of me and Freddie. It was before your hat.
Yes, I was a bald-headed guy
He
on
was,
top of a cake.
he was a bald-headed guy on top of a cake. And there was me in workout clothes and a wand.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. And we did it at Meisner, at Junior's.
Can't they still? They can put a picture of you on the top of the cake, right?
They did that last year, yep.
On a TV. They made a TV for us.
That was the year before,
The
yeah.
year before. And on the TV, they put our face on the television set. I
Very
mean, they're
nice.
outstanding. Outstanding.
What's happening with Gubba? I see you're on race cars now, and you've got tastings everywhere. That is so cool to be on a race car.
It is very cool. As you know, we work with Hot Rock TV out in Honolulu, and they have purchased a Corvette. They participate with the Corvette Club of Honolulu, a great bunch of people. And we've put the Hot Rock TV logo is on the doors of this Corvette, and the Gubba Rum ladies of Honolulu are on the trunk of the car, one on one side, one on the other with a bottle. You've seen the picture. It looks great. We're very excited about participating with them. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I would like to volunteer to have the Gubba ladies on my car. It's not a hot rod, but they make everything hot.
Well, Freddie, as soon as you get rid of that old Rambler American, they said they would, they'll be happy to lie across the hood in a provocative manner. And they will do that.
And you've been doing a lot more tastings, I see, in Boston.
Yeah, we're back to doing a lot of tastings. I did 4 last weekend.
Wow.
They were very successful. I did one west of Boston last night at a tiki bar. We had a lot of fun there. I'm doing one this afternoon. I'll do 2 more tomorrow. And it's great when they're successful and they generate sales and people get to be exposed to the brand after 14 months of disappearing.
Well, Freddie had a great idea. He was telling us about a house that he knew that was for sale. They did a tremendous open house and people on a lake. So I think when people do open houses and events, there should be Gubba. And remember, I went to a big event like that. It was an open house, a multi-million-dollar house up in whatever country club. And they did that same type of thing. And they had alcohol and food and different sponsors. So that might be kind of cool to do.
Well, I got to tell you, I went to this event last night, okay? And I'm minding my own business because I couldn't get a burger. And a lady comes over to me and she says, "Wait a minute, you're the Gubba guy." I went, "What?" "I'm not the Gubba guy." "Yes, you're the Gubba guy." So now I'm the Gubba guy. Apparently I'm you.
Well, you win some, you lose some. What can I say?
I got to walk around with a bottle of Gubba.
You should.
I think I'll fill it with water because I'll never get from A to Z. But if I fill it with water and a straw and a Gubba, oh, that'd be hilarious.
Straw and a Gubba.
I can grab you water.
That'd be hilarious. I kind of like that.
We should actually talk to the people tonight. We're going to Old School Square tonight. 2 networking events in 1 week, which is tremendous, actually. We have not even done this. And they actually you can only have drinks from there. You can bring in food, but you can't bring in alcohol. Maybe we should talk to them. I know the marketing director.
We should take one bottle of each.
And maybe we can, why don't we do that?
And we'll say, listen, why don't you, I don't know if they have a liquor license. Oh, no, they
Yes,
do
they
have a
do.
license. Yes. Yes, we are going to be highlighting Gubba at Arts Garage tonight.
You know who the marketing director is? Hunter's girlfriend from Space of Mind.
I know.
Well, you never know. All right, we web all of these things together unless you know the craziness of our brain.
She knows an inside connection.
Wow. You could whisper your answer like our president.
How do you
does. That
say
would be
wheat
great.
thins, Steve? Ever had a wheat thin?
Of course, wheat thins.
How do you say it? You did it the way that other guy did. He goes, wheat thins, wheat thins. What is that?
What is it with that?
Is it a secret
You gotta
word?
you got to
now?
pronounce the H.
Wheat thins. How else do you say it?
Pronounce H.
You got to blow out the H.
You have to. I
Like
didn't
you're
realize
whistling.
it was that type of. Well, it sounds like oh honey, wheat thins.
There you
Something
go.
you're gonna whisper in bed to your lover or
you like
something.
a
I don't know if it's that. Wheat thins.
You win some,
was
you
that?
lose some, Steve.
What was that movie where the woman leans over and starts eating a Snickers bar and wouldn't make love to her husband? I know, some crazy.
The things
I
that we
don't remember
years
that
ago.
movie, but I'm intrigued.
Well, we do on this show.
I'm sure.
Steve, when are you
I'm
coming
sure.
back down?
Well, you know, I up until about 5 o'clock this morning, I thought I was going to try to catch a plane today, but I just have too much going on that I really have to take care of up here for the next couple of weeks. I am going to fly down in 2.5 weeks. Whatever
And how's
date that is.
Hawaii going?
Actually, I'm in the process of lining up a distributor so that I can then apply to the state for a permit to operate there, and I'm ready to go. So it's moving along, as is California. I want to work with an internet sales organization in California, and I'm trying to figure that out right now. I'm sitting here trying to do some math, and I can't remember how to do it. I need their help.
Marie, do you have any connections
just-
at liquor stores?
I do not, but in the past I've had acquaintances that do represent either a liquor store or they're like what is it? They sell liquor to restaurants, so I know distributor, but different liquors to like wines. So they provide that to local restaurants. So I have those type of relationships.
Well, maybe we should talk.
Absolutely.
The good news on the west coast of Florida is that we had our first sale a couple of days ago. I-75 Liquors in Bushnell, Florida, which is about 45 minutes northeast of Tampa. So excited about that. And the distributor we're going to be using to handle the West Coast has connections with some of the largest, a couple of the larger chains in Florida. So this is, and I'm going to be ready to start shipping inventory to this distributor in the next couple of weeks. So I'm really hoping for some great things to start happening.
Yeah. And I can gift it as well as as a closing gift.
I was
right?
gonna
Like
ask
how much is the bottle retail? I don't know.
It's a $20 retail
Yeah.
bottle.
We can
it's a
add it
very
to the
diff-
closing gifts.
Yeah,
they
it's a great. It really
That's
is
cool.
It's a great gift because it's unique, it's different, and your clients will love it.
Yes, I
Do
think
they
we can
still
add
do
it.
closing parties?
I've never heard of a closing
Well,
party.
she does closing gifts, though.
You
We
never
do.
heard of a closing party?
No.
say if
Please do tell. Please do tell.
If I'm buying a $10 million
Is that-
home, I
yes.
think I want a case of Gubb.
No.
Yeah. No,
If
you
you're
definitely
buying
get
$10
more.
million
You'll definitely get
home,
more than that.
We rent you a place. Closing parties.
Yes.
I was telling you.
Let's
Lucky,
talk about the
parties.
closing
We're going to
parties.
talk about closing parties. And
Yes.
Steve, I want to talk to you about it because now that things are moving again and people are beginning to open up, Tommy's on his way here. Closing parties are very effective for any business. And it's really a cool way of getting recommendations and referrals and
Yes.
Networking.
definitely.
The networking right now is all different ways to get out and meet people. Yeah, what a good idea.
I saw movies last night.
Yeah, we'd love to be part of exactly what you're suggesting. Closing gifts for home buyers. That's a great item, and we'd love to have the connection with the real estate brokers who are involved in that to see if we could interest them in doing that.
Marie, did you get any of the
Yes.
Gubba?
No, I haven't
Oh,
tried
no,
it yet.
wait.
I want to try it today. I was supposed to
Let's
try
try
it
it.
last time,
We've got some shot glasses
and
at the
it's
bottom of the bar.
Friday. I'll definitely
Friday,
take a
yes.
big glass.
Would you prefer vanilla or coconut?
Well, let her taste them and then she'll get the shot.
Vanilla
And,
or
she'll
coconut?
try
I'll have to try both.
Yeah, and then we'll give you the big
One
shot.
big glass of coconut and one big glass of vanilla.
Steve, what Slick did, he took the coconut and he mixed it with coconut cream
Right?
and some grenadine and
Yeah.
Grenadine.
and some more coconut and the coconut Gubba, the silver. It's sweet.
And she's been drinking
It's
it for the last 2 hours.
60% of the way. Yeah, 60% of the way to a pina colada.
What's missing? The pineapple, right?
Pineapple and crushed ice in a blender.
We're out of pineapple, Slick. I have to get some of that.
Listen, Steve, I also want to talk to you. Blake has volunteered. We are going to open up the Gubba Club on Friday. Remember we talked about the
Okay.
shirt club? I think I spoke
Yeah.
to Wayne. And we're all going to
where's my
figure
shirt?
out how to order the shirts because we found that certain countries are beginning to open up again where they make them.
Oh, I know someone who can make those shirts.
I know you do.
He
That-
would be our executive producer.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So, I mean, we got the hoodies done, and we're going to have the shirts done. And this guy, he's a wrestler, world wrestler announcer. And you probably heard him on TV. But I want to hold this whole Gubba deal and the bell rings with the hula hoops and the tiki hut and the whole
And the lei. See, I told you word of the day today was lei. I told you that this morning.
I'm not hula hooping. Sorry.
I meant the lei around your neck. I didn't mean
No,
anything
Wayne, we
bad.
don't want you to hula hoop.
That's
But they
outside
will
my
do
comfort
hula hoops
zone.
over there. There you go. And we have some fun with this. Look at this, more packages.
Freddie, I'm all excited because last week you said that in 3 weeks some big stuff was going to happen, and I'm excited.
Was I wrong?
He's pretty right?
I gotta tell you, I ain't wrong yet. I got some great news today. You ain't gonna believe it when I tell you, but better times are coming. July 4th is the day I circle. July 4th is when it all turns around, and everything's gonna be all right. Which is what, 2 weeks?
Next week. Next Sunday.
Next week, it's Sunday.
We gotta celebrate it on Monday, but you watch. Yeah, Freddie's never wrong. You watch.
Okay.
He's visionary.
Slick, you're gonna get Marie her drinks? All right,
It's
so
coming.
before we head out,
Oh,
we
yeah.
have to do a taste testing on set.
We
Here we
can't give
go.
Lucky because
Okay.
Lucky's driving.
So the coconut is
And she
clear.
has cargo on board.
Gubba Gold and Gubba Silver.
I drove, don't worry.
You got-
That must be the gold. Oh, that's a silver, okay.
So this is a coconut. Very good. The coconut. I love coconut.
Now we drink this with ice cream
And cake.
and cake.
I'd say coconut is my favorite.
The light one?
The
The white
coconut.
one?
The coconut is my favorite.
All right, so let's pour a glass of that. You want
It's pretty
you know what I
strong.
mean.
Lucky, would you like any? No. Okay. Wayne, are you good on yours?
I'm good. I'm good.
I am not driving, so
You're not driving,
yeah,
Wayne is
Blake is
good.
driving, and he's driving me home, like he's taking me back home. So
Have at it. Dee Dee in the house.
She's earned it.
Well, Steve, I'm glad you're coming down because we've got a lot of great new things happening.
Yeah, things
Yeah,
are
I
opening
do.
up.
And like I said, I really thought I was going to be coming down today. I was looking forward to seeing you. It just didn't work out. I had to postpone it for a couple of weeks and incorporate that with a trip to the west coast of Florida and New Orleans. So that's the story.
That's all right. We're here. So before we sign out and you're here, I want to say happy 55th anniversary to my parents today.
I know, 55
55th.
years.
that's amazing.
You're gonna
Wow,
light
that's
a candle for them
amazing.
when you see them
My
tonight. I know.
condolences, candles. I may burn
No,
a
that's
bar.
beautiful.
So happy anniversary, Mom and Dad. We
Happy
get to celebrate
anniversary.
tonight at the beautiful concert of J.C. Dreesen. We're going to see Charlotte Lustig and some friends
Arts
up there,
Garage, yeah.
up at the Delray Arts Garage. So if you're in the area, you want to head up to Delray Beach, it is from 8 to
Cheers.
9:30. You can bring your own food, get your own drink, and we're going to bring some gubba.
Is that a nip?
It is.
When do you get nips?
When I put them together myself. You want some?
Yes.
How
And
many?
more yes. You know how
I'll send
big
you some.
nips are? Nips are, forget about it. The best.
I will send you some. How's that?
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Steve, I look forward to seeing you. Wayne, thank you so much. Don't forget about this amazing dignity offer. Contact Wayne Henry, 561-654-9000. Tune in on July 12th for the new show with Marie Manguta. And we've got Lucky in the house, mortgage brokerage, and our new Fuego, hopefully, 2.0 host.
That's right. We're going to start that on, well, we haven't decided. Maybe Friday, whatever's good for her. And Monday, it's Lena.
All right, and Jackie Birch is in the house. We've got a
Tuesday.
new, hopefully, member of our kids' family, Blake. Welcome back to the family. And to our crew who has kept us going, and Ion South Florida. More to come. Happy anniversary to you.
Happy
5 years.
anniversary.
Yay.
Desi and Lucy now
Happy
has a
anniversary.
continued home, and we will see you Monday, 9 a.m. drive time. Be kind to each other.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.
and sleepless nights. I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save her. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that glaze across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and